What's going on, guys? Welcome back to another video where today we're actually just going to be doing a very quick, probably thorough prediction video of what I anticipate is going to happen with the Royal Rumble coming up tomorrow night. I just finished recording the whole video, but I realized that I forgot to turn off my noise gate, so it sounded horrible. I tried to edit it, but it was so bad, so now I'm just going to redo it, the whole thing. Kickoff show starts at 5 p.m. tomorrow. There's two matches. The order that I think they're going to go in: Sasha Banks versus Nia Jax. I believe Nia Jax will win that match because they need to give her a push, start making her stronger, or more stronger than she already is, I should say. But then that's going to all build up to probably a fatal four-way at WrestleMania, which I might talk about in a little bit when I talk about the Bayley-Charlotte match. And then you got Cesaro and Sheamus versus Gallows and Anderson for the Raw Tag Team titles, with the stipulation of there being two referees. But I think it's Gallows and Anderson's time to win the title. They started hot, got cold, now they're getting hot, and Sheamus and Cesaro are in the Rumble while Gallows and Anderson are not. So it would be interesting to see them lose the title now, and for Sheamus and Cesaro to actually go into the Royal Rumble as singles competitors and not really be a tag team anymore. I mean, I love them as a tag team, don't get me wrong, but they don't really have any tag team qualities. They don't have the entrance music, they don't have the finishing move, they don't have like the support, I guess. They don't have the balance, I guess. It's hard to explain. There's something missing that doesn't make them a successful tag team like Enzo and Cass, or the New Day, or even Gallows and Anderson. But and then we're gonna move right on to the match card. First match of the night, because Vince is like anti-women after Hell in a Cell, I think he's just going to start off with a 6-woman tag team match, which I don't really understand why this is even a match, because it's like, why is the SmackDown Women's Championship not being defended, I guess? Going to be Becky Lynch, Nikki Bella, and Naomi versus Alexa Bliss, Mickie James, and Natalya. I actually do think that the victory is going to go to Alexa Bliss, Mickie James, and Natalya, only because they want to hype up this whole Mickie James thing. There's no point in her coming back and having her like first official match or second match, whatever, and her losing. But I do think it's going to end in a way where it's Alexa Bliss pinning Naomi. But if on the off chance that Naomi's team does win, it's going to be Naomi pinning Alexa Bliss to start a feud between the two and eventually give Naomi the title from Alexa Bliss, because Becky Lynch is now out of the title picture, because she is going to be starting a feud with Mickie James, or so it seems. And then the second match would probably be the Raw Women's Championship match with Charlotte Flair versus Bayley, where I think this time, despite Charlotte's amazing track record for this last year's pay-per-views, it is time for Bayley to have the title. It's time for Bayley to have the title. And what better time than right now at the Royal Rumble, with she's being an inspiration towards everyone. It's really just, I don't know, I don't see why not. It's just, it's the right time, and eventually it's going to culminate into a fatal four-way at WrestleMania between Charlotte, Bayley, Nia Jax, and Sasha Banks. And I think that's going to honestly be a really good match. And even if it's not that, it's probably going to be Sasha Banks versus Bayley. But either way, I think Bayley will be champion going into WrestleMania. Give her the title run. Stop playing hot potato with the stupid belt. And then just let the women run with the belt for a good amount of time. And honestly, Bayley will probably still be champion. Oh, my God. Will still be champion after WrestleMania. And then, of course, we're going to go into the third match, which will be the Cruiserweight match, Rich Swann versus Neville. A lot of people don't really regard this as a really interesting match, I would imagine, because people aren't really following the Cruiserweight division like the WWE had hoped they would. In short terms, I suppose, the Cruiserweight division has become the Divas division. Not the women's division, the Divas division, where nobody really gave a crap. It was literally the piss break, and it's just kind of dumb. And hopefully, when Neville wins the championship, that's my pick for the winner. He'll decide like, hey, I'm in charge. I don't want this purple tape anymore. I don't want any of this. I want just a normal ring, no special treatment like that. Just stuff like that. Like he's just as good as everyone else. They don't think that they need to be separated from everyone else. Like, hopefully they can change something with that. That would be nice. That way they don't just kind of just change it out of nowhere. Make it so it's Neville's way of changing it. And then after that, it's going to be AJ Styles versus John Cena for the WWE World Championship. This match could go either way. It really depends on the WWE, obviously. But I do think John Cena is going to be a 16-time world champion because, as he says, his time is now. And AJ Styles is not going to go on the back burner by any means whatsoever. Matter of like him finding something better to do. Maybe he'll hold the IC title. Maybe he will. Maybe he won't do anything until the draft. And when the draft rolls around, he could find himself with the tag team. He could do something. I mean, you don't want to put AJ Styles with a tag team, I suppose, because it's AJ Styles. But for the time being, it'll be John Cena. AJ Styles could win it in 2 weeks' time at Elimination Chamber because, as Shane had said, AJ Styles is what? Oh, God. He could win it at Elimination Chamber, which in 2 weeks, AJ Styles is in the match as per Shane McMahon. So with there's really not much left to be said about that. I think John Cena will win, and if John Cena wins, there might be a good chance Undertaker wins the Rumble, because the Undertaker Cena match at WrestleMania that has been speculated upon, but rumor has it that match is actually off the table because I don't really know why. But okay, I don't know why the hell I'm so tired. Literally, I just recorded the other video and there was no problems whatsoever. So it's a little freaking frustrating for me. Then you got the next match, Kevin Owens versus Roman Reigns for the Universal Championship, which is no disqualification, and Jericho is actually in the shark cage above the ring. I do think Kevin Owens is going to retain, even though Roman Reigns is the WWE's then I just think it's not Roman Reigns' time to be the champion. It would make sense, I suppose, because of the WWE and how they feel about him. But I do think that somehow Jericho will maybe get involved, or even Finn Balor might come back and start a feud with Kevin Owens for that belt, to take the belt that's rightfully his. Maybe he'll come back and attack Roman Reigns. Maybe he wants Kevin Owens for himself, something like that. I mean, it's possible that Finn Balor doesn't even return in the Rumble, just returns for that match, and then we see him on Raw where he talks about what he's doing. Finn Balor could return as a heel. Who knows? I mean, we could see a Roman Reigns heel turn as well. It's like everyone's anticipating that. But, I mean, who really knows, I suppose. Then we got the Royal Rumble where there are 22 confirmed superstars and 8 surprise entrants. I will give you my list of the possible 8. It's like 8 or 9 that I've written down. But in general, my number one pick to win the Royal Rumble is Baron Corbin, the Lone Wolf. Only because he's been having a recent push in the last few weeks. And it seems right that he's on the path to becoming a champion for his first belt, whether it be at Elimination Chamber or all the way at the main event of WrestleMania. He's destined for greatness. He's destined for greatness within SmackDown. And they're proving that because they utilize their whole superstar roster, unlike other competitive shows that happen to air on Monday nights. Undertaker's a strong second to win, as a lot of people predict. But Braun Strowman, I believe, will be the one that has the most eliminations. And he will probably get eliminated by someone like Samoa Joe, perhaps. I mean, it's possible, but I do think Goldberg and Brock Lesnar will be entrance number 1 and 2. And they will just clean house on a bunch of superstars, have insane fights, and then eventually get eliminated by Undertaker, who will eliminate both of them, which will start a feud between them, ruining their chances for championship opportunity. And then they will go to WrestleMania and have a triple threat match between the three as Undertaker's last farewell match, which he will probably come out on top. That is like the best case scenario that they could do, and not the rumors of Roman Reigns versus Undertaker at WrestleMania. That's stupid. That is stupid. stupid. Okay, I promise you that is stupid. Let's see. What else did I write here? Samoa Joe debuting. I mean, it's all written down here. But I guess that's really all I have for notes. So let's just talk about the 8 predicted surprises, in no particular order whatsoever. Triple H is definitely one of the anticipated people for me, because you got to plant the seeds for a Seth Rollins Triple H thing. You can't just keep talking about it. You have to actually see a face-to-face interaction. You have to feel the energy. You have to feel something. You have to be emotionally invested in feuds for them to be 100% successful within the WWE. At least that's how I personally feel. Like, you can't just keep talking about, like, if they talk about Goldberg and Brock Lesnar, it's like, yeah, we got muscle against muscle, and it's just going to be awesome. Big, sweaty men, awesome. But then it's just like, you have to see him. You see Brock Lesnar's, like, little hopping, and you see Goldberg just, like it feels better. Then you got Shaquille O'Neal, perhaps, could be a surprise entrant to plant the seeds, as I just mentioned. You got to do that with the Big Show because of their constant battles on social media, last year's WrestleMania, other past events, whatever. Samoa Joe. If Samoa Joe debuts, he is one of the top picks to win it for many people. If he wins, I would not be disappointed or surprised. I just kind of hope it's not him, and I hope it's like someone like Baron Corbin who actually deserves it. Samoa Joe has proved that he's great on NXT, but just because you're great on NXT doesn't mean you can make the transition to the main roster or deserve the transition to the top of the main roster, as we've seen with the Ascension. The Ascension was a dominant tag team, but now they just suck on the main roster. They were something of a joke. And Samoa Joe, if they don't do it right, and if they shove him down their throats, he's going to end up like Roman Reigns. He's going to end up hated. He's not going to be good to watch. But, I mean, I guess we'll just have to wait and see. Then you got Kurt Angle. I mean, what better way? I mean, he is available for the Royal Rumble weekend. It would be interesting to see him in the Rumble. Not even like if he's like comes back to wrestle before he's inducted to the Hall of Fame. Just to have one match in the Rumble would be awesome. But it would be interesting for him to start a feud with Rusev as well. You know, gold medalist USA against Rusev, who's like anti-USA. That would be really interesting. And then this next one, number 5, is Enzo Amore, which is like, it's whatever. It's because Big Cass is already in it, so I kind of figure Enzo will be in it as well. And then Shinsuke Nakamura. If he loses at NXT TakeOver tonight, then he will probably be in it, I would imagine. If not, I'd be kind of shocked, but he's going to come up eventually. It's just a matter of if and when. And then you got Ty Dillinger, because the whole 10-10-10 thing that's so popular in the WWE right now, if he doesn't come out at entry number 10, I will be shocked, because the WWE should do it, even if they're not going to pull him up, just one match, because it's the perfect time. You don't get many chances where you can be number 10. Like, I don't know. I think that would be a really good choice. And then the eighth one is a tie between Finn Balor and Tyler Bate, the UK champion. The UK champion I don't see really being in it, but it would be cool to see him in it. Finn Balor is probably a very, very likely choice. Out of the whole list, Samoa Joe is probably the most likely. Then Finn Balor, and then like it's just kind of a toss-up between everyone else. With all that being said, I want you guys to let me know what you guys think, and in case you guys forgot or whatever, I'll run down the winners of the matches real quick. Sasha Banks, Nia Jax. Cesaro and Sheamus, Gallows and Anderson for the Raw Tag Team titles. They will win. Becky Lynch, Nikki Bella, Naomi versus Alexa Bliss, Mickie James, and Natalya. Alexa Bliss, Mickie James, and Natalya will win. Rich Swann versus Neville for the Cruiserweight title. Neville will win. Charlotte Flair versus Bayley for the Raw Women's Championship. Bayley will win. AJ Styles versus John Cena for the WWE World Championship. John Cena will win. Kevin Owens versus Roman Reigns for the Universal Championship. No disqualification with Jericho in a shark cage. Kevin Owens will win. And then finally the Royal Rumble match, which I believe Baron Corbin will be the victor of. with all that being said, let me know what you guys think in the comments, if you guys agree, disagree, whatever. And then let me ask you this. Let me leave you with this one question. Kofi Kingston is in the Royal Rumble. How do you think he's going to make a triumphant save from being eliminated like he's done in the past couple years? Just something to think about. Let me know what you guys think. Leave a like, comment, subscribe, whatever. I mean, I know it's kind of late on the video. It's like almost 12 right now, but it is what it is, homies. All right. Have a good one. I'm going to go drink a Monster because I am freaking tired.